That's how I need. I know that I need more.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullet was lying there, dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provides similar testimony. He said that Master Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Atmey turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Blatant lies!
Huh. No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked!
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Yay. Got that, Mr. Trite. Don't go easy just because he's your client. Yeah. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. This time with Tabasco sauce.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Goto. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. What are you doing?
Poor life decisions.
Why are you doing poor life decisions?
Because I surrendered to the thumbtacks, so to the push pin, so.
Don't destroy myself and don't get yourself killed.
Too late.
Don't lose an arm either.
Or a leg.
Don't lose both.
Or a kidney.
Don't lose anything. Who was this suspicious shadow?
If there were 1,000 of me and even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me.
He's dodging of our questions and not helping us win this case.
Okay, then how's the victim, Mr. Bullet, at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he's the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it.
That was amazing.
Your forehead.
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Oh god, why am I tired?
Because we're playing Ace Attorney, and you don't have enough coffee.
I don't drink coffee in the first place.
You don't have enough coffee.
You can drink Gatorade. I'm sure it has a lot of electrolytes in it that can
You think that'll
boost
help? Why do you think that'll help?
I have no idea.
Do you even know what electrolytes are?
Yes, I know what the electrolytes are and what they do, and I know they're not for that purpose, but I'm
Exactly!
I'm trying to run a commercial here and get ourselves monetized, so you know what?
It's not gonna work, because I never monetize this damn channel!
Okay, that was a stretch.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was fast and powerful hits. I think it was a little dazed for a while.
I don't even think Mr. Elite even grasps what you're asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself.
Fucking kid!
Phoenix Strike! Maybe that'd knock some sense back into him.
No, alibi, no justice, no.
I'm sorry, this isn't that game. That. Could you please clarify what you were referring to?
Why? My mask costume, of course.
Wait just a minute! Master Mask!
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention up until now. No, wait. That's not right. You know, sometimes things just slip your mind. My sixth cup of coffee is staring at me coldly.
It's been 6 cups already?
Yeah, sounds right.
Yep.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of info. Witness, correct that testimony.
My Master Mask costume!
Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask's child is being held next door!
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go in as him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took it a lot longer than I expected.
Took a lot longer. What is he talking about?
Wait, you see? Press harder! Well, you know the drill.
What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body.
What? Hey, back up a second.
Yes?
You're the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable!
I don't think that word means what you think that means.
Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shirts in the washing machine?
Huh?
Wrong. The answer is simple. Dumbass. When they take them off.
As usual, I have no goddamn idea what the hell you're saying. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
This metaphor this time was really obscure.
Not sure how I got it.
For Maya, maybe.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you know about this whole safe business, do you? Yeah. Why am I the only one not in the loop here?
Because you gossip in your journal.
Damn it!
You should really pay attention sometimes and stop writing while judging. Don't
Let's see.
don't write and judge.
Don't judge me!
Note to self. I should probably stop writing in here while doing trials.
Well, that would. I'm sure that will be helpful in future endeavors.
Make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Looks like a storm front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge.
Beep beep, motherfucker. Here's some rain.
Are you a cloud?
Why'd you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. Ha! I think you had a simpler reason for that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense. Wait, hold on. 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior is so strange, why don't you print some evidence or show just what those circumstances were?
That's it! I'll take a look at the court record. I can't speak today. I can't think today either.
Well, this basically gave it to us. Okay. I guess the last one was so obscure that they're giving this one to us for free.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? I bet you he's still signing something.
You wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to go pull it out of his ass.
I just hope he doesn't make it things any more complicated.
He probably will. This thing?
No.
No. No.
Back.
Back. No.
No.
Forward.
Other
Forward.
back. Still other back.
There
That
we go.
one. Presented.
Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what is this? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once, at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. You probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. That is the weakest.
Really stupid.
That is
Often
so
considering.
bad.
Up until
Yeah.
1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
That sounds something like straight out of a TV series or soap opera trial.
Well, is it that
The
what
only
Phoenix
reason he
Wright
didn't
is?
get it because he got punched in the face by his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. That is... I can't remember who we're dealing with. It's sure a bet that Mr. Delete didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
Oh, this buzzer's extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by this?
Come on, let's hear your theory.
Alright. Remember the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted! That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what you're trying to say is...
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was unable to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in this room. That's right! Whoever was knocked out Ron Delay and pushed the buzzer! Order the court!
Well, that was easy.
Mr. Wright, this is...
This is objection!
No, this is
preposterous.
trial.
Well, this is Patrick.
This is preposterous. This kid, Ron DeLee, that is the one who killed Kane Buller!
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
Ah! So Kane Bullet sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was at the scene. But how? How do I do this?
The buzzer.
Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullet who sounded the buzzer?
Prove it.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
It's the buzzer. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no fingerprints.
No fingerprinting.
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence we've been looking for.
This is easy.
The emergency buzzer. Is there some guy clue on it? Absolutely not.
Lol. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you're saying before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Not yet.
Now I'm the one who's clueless! The button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullet had really pushed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
There you go. You were too soon.
Run, delete. Obviously wiped them off.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delete, was dressed as Master Mask. And Master Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button for your fingerprints? Order! Order! Order!
It would seem I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blend number Crow Coffee
Not
is.
what
Crow
that
coffee
means,
flavor.
Maya.
Yay! I know English in the terms that it was created. I read the terms and conditions for the English language.
You
I
got,
don't think anyone's read the terms and conditions for the English language.
you gotta sell your firstborn.
You gotta sell your firstborn to preschool.
Oh, if the real
Sounds
killer was there
right.
at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they run away without putting themselves in extreme danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks and coffee. Speaking of which,
Fresh coffee.
They're on to you, Nick. You don't have your coffee anymore.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit caned Mr. Bullet at around 1 a.m.
Kane, Mr. Billard.
I know what I said, and I mean what I said. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight, and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say, now. Very well then.
Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? They didn't mean
I wonder what
to.
this is!
Find out what it did. No, you fucking idiot.
It's the second one.
The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say that the killer called the guard on purpose? Yeah. Although, as it turned out, he never showed up.
Yeah, because he's getting a clock cleaning at the time. His clock cleaning at the time.
Huh, what a touching story. The end. Brought to you by Kellogg's. I don't know.
The fuck?
Remember, I'm trying to monetize this.
Why?
I don't know. I want those 3 cents.
Why?
Those 3 cents from those 2 people that watch these things. Me included. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard and turned himself in?
You know I'm not even gonna monetize this.
No, I also know, because that's bullshit anyway.
Like, why would I monetize this?
You don't.
Exactly.
You don't. There's no reason for anything to do on YouTube.
Except if
Why
you-
even have YouTube? Why can't we record this and post it on Daily Motion? Come on.
I think Daily Motion
Daily Motion
is Daily Motion.
Daily Motion is Daily Motion.
kind of dumb.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Ken Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron DeLay, who is out cold. And the third person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron DeLight.
And if any security guards came running in at that time, do you think I was the murderer?
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron DeLight for the murder.
Well, that was easy.
No, it wasn't.
It was easy. Cinnamon!
So
Too spicy.
Godo doesn't like cinnamon coffee, huh? Order!
Cinnamon.
In the goddamn court!
It seems this time I didn't need to eat my words again. And for some reason it tasted like cinnamon.
Actually, yes.
Actually, you've been made to do a speed tape with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me?
Wait. Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're gonna drag that person in here right now!
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to keep security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Ballard. Well, don't keep us waiting, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the accusation. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder?
Well, that's kind of easy.
My attorney's badge.
It's this dead lady over here.
This dead lady, obviously. This alive person. This person's not even here. Let's just skip the chat.
It's Dodo.
Can I see his profile? Seems to know me somehow.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, don't. Present that.
this bastard.
Oh, I hate him anyway, so let's do it again.
Let's drag him back in. Detective Luke Atmey. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective.
Luke Atmey.
You mean Master Mask did it? No, Your Honor. The person being tried into the court next to us is not the masked at all.
Oops.
He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Ballard. Oh, snap, son! Explain yourself! Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? We're not even close. Murder's the more serious one. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would.
It's on me!
When Luke Atmey confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, famous detective is unmasked as well. Mask the Mask.
Instead of being convicted for murder, he is found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty. Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He is stealing the internet Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Atmey's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict as an alibi?
No, it's almost time.
For what?
More coffee.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean, for Luke Atmey's verdict. It's a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that detective was the one who committed the murder.
Uh-oh. Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Wow, even that far.
I'm really sure about this.
It's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight?
So, please, I'm begging you!
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your goddamn life. Can I really risk your life like this?
Phoenix. Phoenix.
What was that?
You left the oven on.
Oh, God damn it.
At the office.
I have an oven at the office?
Don't
An elephant?
Oven.
Don't stray, Phoenix.
An elephant at the office sounds amusing too.
How about an elephant on an oven at the office?
For your client,
No.
take the path of friendship.
That voice. It sounds like Mia! Your Honor! The defense requests immediate recess!
Huh. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess.
Oh, yay!
That's right, when we return, summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, Sir Detective Atney.
I'd have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, Sir Detective Atney. You were the one who...
That's enough.
Yes.
That's enough.
Upper
This
times.
court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Atmey.
Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please!
Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser?
My name's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atmey.
Accusation? You accuse Master Maska.
That man is not Mask the Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
Sweat.
To be continued.
How long are we gonna record this?
Right now.
Oh, are we stopping?
Oh, are we continuing?
Yeah. I'm fine
It's
with
3:30
going on.
ish. Almost 3:30. So if you have any objections, you might as well voice them now.
Nah.
An objection.
October, a number. Number/number. PM.
District Court, defendant lobby number.
No number.
My sis?
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive? Inside your heart.
Nicky boy,
Oh, Mr. White.
is it true that the detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at the Lordly Tailor that night?
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atney want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time! Better get back to the courtroom! Oh god, I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen now!